Manchester United are a side on the up there into the top four and continue to head in the right direction under Erik ten Hag. Marcus Rashford off the bench to score. Paul, was it the perfect way to say sorry?
For whatever he's done, yeah. If he needs to, I suppose. But yeah, look, he's a real threat in here. And he would have started the game. We know that the form he's been in. And he came on and looked a threat. He looked a powerful lad. We expected him a bit. I'm sure Rio and Joleon especially will question the defending from this goal, but the pace and quality and finish at the end of it is something we all admire. He's a match winner at the minute, and fitting that a number 10 scores the winning goal as well.
Could the defenders have done a lot better, Joleon?
Yeah, of course. I think there's elements of that they should look at themselves, but go back to Marcus. All talk was about him before the game, and rightly so, but for a different reason. But he came on, he was determined in this moment to score or get a shot off. But again, Lopetegui got praised for making subs in the previous game and then changing the game for them to win. But it was a slightly strange decision for me to bring off Semedo when he did for Johnny. And then Marcus exploited him and got a goal.
What did you think of the impact he made as soon as he came on?
I just think there's an aura about him at the moment that we've not seen from him for a while, where he walks on the pitch, you can see other players' reactions to him. His teammates, you can see they get a lift. The opposition are like, oh no. And he's just got a bit of, his shoulders are back. He's playing with a bit of a strut now. And him in that type of form, it, at the moment, seems unplayable.
Where is that coming from, do you think, that sort of happiness that we've seen from him?
I think the first thing is fit. I think he was struggling for fitness a bit before. And he seems to be, as a manager, he can feel that believes in him, who's pushing him, and he just, I don't know, sometimes there's a maturity level as well, but I think all things are kind of fitting into place now, and I think the fitness was the key part. And you can see now he's getting opportunities, he's scoring, he's playing through the middle a lot more as well, which he likes, and the goals are coming. This is his most fruitful season to date, and he's producing in terms of goals, but assists as well. But that goal there, that showed elements of what he's got: skill, the ability to sniff out a chance and opportunity from nothing, and the ability to shrug people off and be aggressive. And that all combined is very difficult to defend against.
It's the confidence, Rio, I think.
Yeah.
When you're playing well and scoring goals, you have the feelings before you go out on the football pitch, you think, I'm going to score today. And it doesn't come round in your career that often. So while he's doing this, he has to enjoy it and embrace it. I don't know what he's done off the pitch with something which wasn't quite right. The manager weren't happy with, but he needs to make this count now. This period of his career, because he's flying. He's very hard to handle. You see the power, you see the strength, and he's bullied two big Wolves defenders there. He just knocked him off the ball and smashed it in the net.
Solzy.
He has to carry on with this.
You see, they've just triggered his contract, United, till 2024 now.
A year extension, yeah.
Do you think he signs? United have to sign him, I think. But do you think he signs and stays?
That's the question. It's probably down to him whether he wants to stay or not. I think United will, of course, they want him. You'd have to. If you went back 6 months, maybe 12 months ago, you'd probably say, well, don't mind if we lose him. But we know the potential. That can't call it potential. He's played so many games. He's 25 years of age. But the lad is a real threat. And they have to try and keep him. Of course, they will try and keep him.
Though, as well. I think
they come down to money, probably.
Yeah, but also the ambition of the club. He's going to want to win stuff. He's going to want to win trophies, and are Man United in position to challenge consistently for the honours that he wants to win, and that's Champions League and Premier League?
I don't think they're quite there yet. I think, when you see these teams, when City were, before they won the league, coming, Liverpool for a year or a couple of years before they win the league, you feel, I don't think United are quite at that point yet. But if they start losing players like Marcus Rashford, they'll just go further away.
It was a good day, do you think, as well for Ten Hag, because he really made a point. Got the 3 points as well, but made a point in terms of the culture he's trying to create at Manchester United.
Yeah, I think that's the key word, setting a culture and setting standards on a day-to-day basis. And he mentioned that when he first signed in his press conference about standards and culture. And he's triggered that with a few big decisions that he's made and big calls. Garnacho in the summer, he done that with Cristiano before. But when you make big decisions like this, you need it to come off to really get the benefits of it, and for it to really hit home. And he got that today. The mark of that there, them embracing there, shows you there's no love lost there.
I think that's the key. The balance is that he's able to do that, but get the reaction, and there still be a relationship, because you've seen it before where he's setting the culture with Garnacho and with Ronaldo and also Sancho. But do we believe that reaction from Sancho is going to be the same as Marcus Rashford. I'm not so sure. So again, I think he's got the balance spot on with Marcus.
Do you think it just helps his standing with the rest of the players as well?
The manager? Yeah, I think so. I think everybody knows where they stand. If you step out of line, this fella isn't messing about. You know, you're not going to be involved. You're going to be fine, whatever it may be. You're going to be left out of games today. And he's done it to his best player today. So, you know, there's just totally no messing about with him, and you've got to give him credit for that. You look at it, has he done anything that bad, really? Maybe a little bit of timekeeping, because he's coming at half-time anyway and changed the game like we all thought he would do.
Luke Shaw say because that was part of the problem in the past.
Yeah, it sounds like he was alluding to the last couple of years maybe where players possibly got away with things they shouldn't have done, and they know now that they can't do that. If they're going to be messing about, they're not going to be in this team. He did it with Cristiano Ronaldo, you know, one of the best players we've ever seen. He doesn't care who it is, reputations, it doesn't matter how well they're doing for the team at the time. It doesn't matter. They have to toe the line, and I like that.
But that translates onto the pitch as well. How many times do we sit in the studio looking at games and going, they look like they don't care, some of these players. They look like they're not putting in as much effort as they could do, or they don't chase things down. Because there were no consequences before. Now, whether off the pitch or on it, there's going to be consequences in terms of your bad performance or not enough effort or not understanding what he wants. You're going to find that in terms of team selection in the next game.
Well, it has been a disappointing day for Wolves, who stay in the bottom three, but they did do a lot right today. So let's hear from their manager. Julian Lopetegui is with Des.
Thanks very much. Tough to take because you did a lot of good work out there today.
Sorry, what? Yes. Yes, always. When you lost, always is difficult because we don't want to lose. We want to win each match, and today I think that it's a pity for the players above all, because they have made a big effort against a very good team and showing that we are able to compete with any team. But it was a pity. It was a pity.
All that's missing is goals. That's been the problem for Wolves, hasn't it, throughout?
Yeah, but I think that the goals are coming after a good work, and I think that we have work in all the match, thinking in the opposite goal, working as a team in a lot of moment of the game. I think overcome a big team has is Manchester United, and in the end maybe we can't have in the last meters in the box, opposite box, the last decision we have had. I remember 5 or 6 good situation to damage them, but in the end we have to improve in this situation, of course.
But we saw the intensity, we saw the pressing that you've done. Do you believe this squad has the quality to get out of trouble?
Yeah, we work for that, and that's why I highlight the effort of the players with a big effort, believing in themselves, and it's the way. It's only the way. Today, when we won against Everton, I told that when we won, we are not in the heaven. We lost, and after this effort, we not are in the hell. So we have to be balanced, thinking in the next match, knowing that the only way to improve is to work a lot, believe and improve.
Thank you, Julian.
Thank you.